Okay. All right, I'm going to call the meeting to order. Calling the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Loa,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Betancourt,
Here.
Council Members Bishop,
Here.
Olson,
Here.
and Alarcon. We have a quorum.
Ms. Betancourt, would you please please say the Pledge of Allegiance for us? Yeah.
If everyone will please rise, we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll have a moment of silence afterwards. Please place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you
everyone.
very much. Madam Clerk, would you please play the public comment code of conduct and read the public participation statement?
Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? The meeting of the Palmdale City Council is now in order. A code of conduct will now be read, and we request that you comply with it to ensure the efficient administration of the meeting. Members of the public, it is your right to participate in today's City Council meeting, and the Council encourages such participation. However, the right of the public to address the council must be balanced with the need to ensure that public comment does not interfere with the orderly course of the council's business. All are reminded to abide by the following rules. Speakers must cease speaking immediately when their time has ended. Public comment on agenda items must relate to the subject matter of that item. General public comment is limited to subjects within the jurisdiction of the council. Public comment does not include the right to engage in a dialogue with council members or staff. Please remain respectful of the forum and refrain from uttering, writing, or displaying profane, personal, threatening, derogatory, demeaning, or other abusive statements towards the council, any member thereof, staff, or any other person. Members of the audience should be respectful of the views expressed by speakers, staff, and council members, and may not excessively clap, cheer, whistle, or otherwise disrupt the orderly conduct of the meeting. Any person engaging in conduct that disrupts the meeting is subject to being removed from the council meeting. Finally, if you witness conduct or behavior by other members of the public that disrupts your ability to remain engaged or participate in this meeting, please notify city staff. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay.
Now is the time for public comment on the item that is on the agenda, item 5.1. We
Are
will
there
go
any-
forward with the ones in the audience first. Steve Buffalo.
A long time since I've been
Been
down
seeing
here.
you in a bit.
Yeah,
Welcome.
a little bit. Members of the city council and the mayor, and I was here at the city when he was a councilman way back in the day.
That was back in the day.
Yes, it was. I worked here for 24 years in the city of Palmdale, and then I went to Lancaster and worked 2 years. I wanted to speak on behalf of Rhonda Perez, who I got to know when I was in Lancaster. She was quite amazing, a workaholic, a bit of a perfectionist, and she did a great job. And she cared more than anybody else I've ever seen for the rank and file. And when I was here, I always tried to do the best I could for the city. We were from what I think people call the golden era of the city. We got the mall built, the Vision Project, rec centers, softball fields, water parks, amphitheaters, and it was an amazing time. It was a good time for the city. It was very, very positive. The city in 2008 took a bad turn. They went down a path, and I don't want to see you guys make the mistake of going down a path again like that. It was a very dark path, and it hurt this city. And I told them when I left here that you're going to hurt this city doing what you're doing for 15 to 20 years. I think it's still impacting you. I think you need consistent leadership, and I really believe in that. I've seen that over the years in my efforts at the college. I've seen that over the years when I was here at the city. We had a really good city manager. Bob Toon did a great job. And that was a difficult time when he left and the other guy came in, because the other guy didn't care. He really didn't. Didn't have the experience he needed, didn't care about the staff, didn't care about the community. And that would be a big loss. And so the reason I'm here is to say, I think it'd be a big mistake not to have Rhonda. She is an incredible worker. I got to know her for those 2 years over there, and I've had a lot of conversations with her over the years. She did an amazing job for us. Thank you.
Anna Zarley.
Good afternoon, Mayor, City Council. I am Anna Zarley, District Director for Assemblyman Tom Lackey, and I am here to present a statement from the Assembly member regarding Rhonda Perez. It says, as an Assembly member representing all of portion of the City of Palmdale the last 10 years, I want to acknowledge the capable leadership of City Manager Rhonda Perez. Rhonda has proven to be an effective city manager during significant challenges for the City of Palmdale. As a former City Council member for the City of Palmdale for 9 years, I understand how demanding this position is. During my tenure as City Council member, I worked in conjunction with multiple Palmdale city managers. Trust me, all city managers are not created equal. They are the lead administrator for all city employees, as they are a facilitator in governance with the City Council. Two formidable challenges. I'd like to thank Rhonda Perez for her genuine interest and competence in handling the difficulties associated with city leadership. I look forward to working with her in the days ahead, and thank you for Assemblyman Tom Lackey.
Juan Blanc and Atherine Blanco.
Dream team.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, Pro Tem Betancourt, council members. My name is Juan Blanco. This is Adrian Blanco, and we are here on behalf of Rhonda Perez. Since she has been in office, she has been doing an outstanding job, in our opinion, not only just for the city, but for veterans alike. As a spouse of a veteran, of active duty personnel, she has what we call an encompassing look towards all of us in the community. We have not seen her not perform to a perfect standard for this city, and after being here for 30 years and seeing a few, I am very proud of the fact that Rhonda Perez is serving as our city manager, and I'm imploring you to continue her contract because she is outstanding. And now, the boss.
Ditto. But as you know, I'm very heavily involved with our veterans, also extending this service out to Edwards Air Force Base. And Rhonda has been there every step of the way. Not only in the community, I get letters that come to me from different various churches, from families with kids that have no Christmas or have no Thanksgiving. I pick up the phone and call Rhonda. Sometimes it's 2 days before Christmas, luckily if I can get it then. And she's out shopping, totally shopping her funds and supplying it within the next day. That's a task, because if I was doing, sometimes I'm working on my own family. I'm trying to get that together. She has split that time, and she continues to do it. She shows up at the meetings. She greets the veterans. And I like those coins. I want more. So
Don't forget to thank Austin.
I really, truly, for the toy drive, and my next best friend is Austin, who really poured in there, and he's doing the same thing that she's doing. So I got both. So you can't I need a team. So you can't. I need the team. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
911, 911 shop stewards.
Council, thank you for this opportunity. Here to speak on behalf of the 911 shop stewards. we're shop stewards representing Public Works Maintenance for Teamsters Local 911. I'm the chief shop steward. Jose Otero and Mike Johnson are shop stewards as well. I'd like to speak on behalf of the unit we proudly represent. Rhonda, with the support of council, has been an important part of helping to elevate the quality of life in Palmdale by bringing heightened expectations to the employees of this great organization. With those expectations being implemented, she's helped to allocate the resources needed both in skilled labor and in machines to accomplish the goals to help improve the quality of life in this community. Rhonda's been collaborative, supportive, and open to new ideas to help increase service levels that our community expects and deserves. Rhonda was integral in initiating a class and compensation study in this city, which helped to set the wages of Public Works Maintenance and this organization on par with the rest of the cities that we were compared to, which helped to enhance the quality of life of the employees that serve. Rhonda advocated to have 2 shop stewards on that panel, which is unheard of. I've never experienced anything like that in my career, nor has anybody I know that's been in my position. The outcome of the study was favorable, and we're all grateful for that. There's a level of inclusiveness that we've never experienced as shop stewards and as bargaining unit members that is now and has been available through Rhonda. We're grateful for that because we have a voice, and we can come to the table and advocate for the things and the challenges that we struggle with daily to provide the services that are expected of us at the highest level, best in class, right? We're grateful for her and for the relationship that we've developed, and we look forward to watching the process play out and doing what's best for the residents of this community that we all proudly serve. Thank you all for your time. I appreciate it.
Eugene Hernandez.
No, it's okay. I don't want.
Vicky Ventura.
Good evening, Mayor Richard Loa and Pro Tem Mayor Pro Tem Laura Brancourt. It is a great pleasure to be here to be speaking on behalf of First City Manager Rhonda. You know, I wrote a speech, but I'm going to speak from the heart. I remember being here at this podium when you were considering her for the position, and I spoke on her behalf to support her because I knew she was a great leader, and I knew that she had a great heart for our residents and for including myself. I could recall one day when we were doing the event for Trunk or Treat, where my husband George went up to her and said, "Rhonda, we're out of candy. We have no more candy for the kids." And no one asked her. She did it out of her own heart. She went and bought a load truck of candies so those kids could have candies. I mean, when somebody like her does that, that shows her love for the community. You know, through the years, we've been able to create a partnership with the Ventura Foundation. Our events would not be possible without her support, your support, and of course, the City of Palmdale staff. As you know, this Saturday, Cesar Chavez is happening. Why? Because, again, of that partnership from City Manager Rhonda Perez and every single one of you. So I hope that when you go behind those closed doors, that you would make the right decision and that you would continue to have Rhonda Perez as our City Manager, who we need. And we've seen the growth. We've seen it in everywhere. So I implore you that you would continue to renew her contract. Thank you for your time. Appreciate you.
Lisa Sarno.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council members. Thank you for giving us the time to come and talk to you about Rhonda Perez. I met Rhonda a few years back when the city was in a very tumultuous transition, if you will, and she answered the call that we all asked of her to step up and calm the waters and make sure that the city was moving forward, could move forward, working with all of you. That takes courage. When you're a fixer, when you are a troubleshooter, you're always on the receiving end, if you will, of criticism. We all know this. We know this. And so I just want to say that when this room clears and you're going into closed session, a humble request from one of your constituents and community members, please remember what it took for somebody a few years back to step up and work with us, work with you, to make sure the city could move forward in a positive, progressive manner. And there will always be people who will criticize that say that it's not happening fast enough, it's not what we want. But there has been positivity in our community. There has been movement forward, and that's what's most important. And I hope again that you all remember when you're looking at the information that we will never see, that you're looking at the information that you do remember. The courage that it took to step up and take on that leadership role at a time that was truly a challenge and transitional period for the city of Palmdale. Thank you for giving me the time to come and talk to you. I really appreciate it.
Yvonne Boga. Yvonne.
Hi, good evening. My name is Yvonne Moreno. I'm a co-founder of a local nonprofit organization here in the Antelope Valley, along with Alejandro Castillo, the founder of Boots on the Ground Alliance. We met Rhonda a few years ago at the very first certification in applied positive psychology class. She wasn't city manager at the time, but when we met her, she was extremely open and supportive of our idea of a nonprofit in veteran services and everything that we do. Moving forward, all of the events that we've done, Memorial Day events, she's showed up at toy drives. We're big, just like the Blancos and a few others here, like we're big supporters of veterans. And so she's always advocated for us and backed us up and let us know that she supports us in a big way. So we just want to be here for her also and let her know. Let you guys know that it's, veterans are a very big deal. And to have somebody within the city that supports veterans in that way, it's a very big deal to have somebody that has that voice to advocate, so.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Like you said, I'm the founder for Boots on the Ground Alliance. Just a quick, we met Rhonda in the first cohort. Ever since then, she was very proactive and motivated us to continue with our vision. Fast forward three years later, she always had the open door policy and supported any questions we had. She provided that link and connect. So thank you.
Frank.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Council. My name is Frank Balcorda. I'm actually here to speak on behalf of Rhonda Perez. Being a product of the Antelope Valley, graduating from high school here, and even from ABC, I was always disheartened that the Antelope Valley doesn't do enough. I feel the leadership to keep the talent here, whether it's athletic or academic talent. Even while I was teaching, I would see people getting scholarships to go to Harvard, and there wouldn't be anything to draw them back to sow into the community. I had that personal experience when I was at grad school at Pepperdine. I was tasked to get an internship, and I had offers to go to IBM and AT&T, but it was going to take me away from home. Although they were paid, I wanted to stay here locally with my family. I went to the city of Palmdale and asked and said I'd work for free, use my degree in applied analytics to help with data research, and there was a no-go. It was like they didn't want me. But when I went to the city of Lancaster and asked, Rhonda was very motivated to give me a reference to go work there. Luckily, I got a paid internship, but it made me feel good to find somebody that felt the same way I did, that wanted to keep talent here, not allow it to go benefit some other city. That gave me motivation to, when I started my business in grad school, that got me motivated to keep it here. So I opened it up in Lancaster, worked with Rhonda, and within 1 year it was profitable. It grew, and this was 9 years ago. It's grown to the point where we expanded and we needed a second location. And I was very, very happy knowing that Rhonda was a leader here to have me open it up in Palmdale. And we've opened it up, I think it's for 4 or 5 months now, and doing very well. And having Rhonda as a leader again has also motivated me to want to stay. It feels good to have a leader who wants to sow into the city, wants to sow into the community, and wants the city to grow and be represented in a good manner, because frankly, sometimes we're not known for good things here. I want to make sure that we're known, the Antelope Valley is known for good things. So I just wanted to say that on behalf of Rhonda, that I'm motivated to stay. I'm very happy that my business is here under her leadership and look forward to the great things to come. Thank you.
We have Dr. Coronado.
Mayor, City Council, and distinguished guest, thank you so much for having me. I don't want to speak about the greatness of Rhonda because it's evident. This is now my third time that I face the council. The first time was to support a female, my student. Second time was to support Andrea Alarcon. And I hope, Andrea, this time you extend the same grace to Rhonda. Politics is a very, very difficult sport. I know what the community has done to you, Ms. Betancourt. I hope you extend that grace to Rhonda. Mr. Mayor, I've known you for many years, and I like you very much as a person. You're a great man, not so much as a politician, but you're a great man. And I hope you extend that grace to Rhonda. Eric, you've disappointed a lot of ways as a politician, but as a man, as a father, you're a great man as well, and I respect you for that. And I would like for you to extend that grace to Rhonda. Austin, I worked with you for years. I consider you a friend. You're a good man. You're a good businessman. And I don't know what the hell is going on, because Rhonda has that much integrity not to drag you, any of you, through the mud, like some of you have been dragged through the mud. And I'm asking you, we don't want to pay what we paid J.J. Murphy, $2.23 million. And around this time last year, we paid $5.25 million to 3 government employees. If you see the buses that roll around here, you see a big name, Paris. That's who's going to defend Rhonda. And you will lose, and the community will lose. So make the right choice. Thank you.
Nigel Holly.
Mayor, good to see you, as always. Council, wonderful to see you. Haven't seen some of you guys in a few days or not, but it's good to be here. Palmdale is looking good. And one of the reasons I believe Palmdale is looking good is because of Rhonda Perez. She actually does show up and she does the work. I'm here to speak as a community member. I've lived in Palmdale for the last 20 years. A transplant from South Los Angeles. And since I've been here, I've seen the leadership change over quite a few times. But this time, I think we landed in a good place. From our council being diverse and open to hear what the community has to say, as well as the leadership of staff, which is Rhonda Perez. I've had an opportunity to work with her on several different initiatives. A lot of those initiatives focused around youth, and she stepped up, she's put up, she's assisted with resources, she's allowed Palmdale to open up its gates so that we can be more culturally diverse with things like Juneteenth. We were able to bring the Justice Sunday Arts Initiative to Palmdale, which was on the other side of the cactus curtain for a while. So we are doing some good work here, and I think we're able to accomplish a lot of this work by working with people such as Rhonda Perez and the things that she has given to the community that we can actually see that's tangible. We are tangibly changing the lives of young people, and I think that we need not to change the course now. So I'm gonna ask you guys, each of you, to support her and allow her to stay in her position. That's my time. Thank you.
Todd Davis.
Good afternoon, Mayor Loa, City Council. Good to see you as well. I am going to be speaking on behalf of Toys for Tots. My wife, Karen Wilson Davis, being the area coordinator. I am her humble representative. I'm going to be speaking from 2 dynamics. One is from first the statistics and secondarily from the soul. Statistically, in 2024, and this is a letter can be formally submitted to City Council. 2024, thanks to your steadfast support, we distributed an incredible 108,678 toys, 4,627 books, 9,944 stocking stuffers, total adjusted distribution of 112,208 gift units. Children served, 25,023. These numbers represent more than statistics. They represent joy, hope, and relief for thousands of families. The resource and space provided by the city of Palmdale have been absolutely essential to our success. The success of our campaign, Rhonda Perez in particular, has gone above and beyond to ensure that we had what we needed, from coordinating logistics with SAVES, who helped to secure donation locations and connecting us with other community resources. And I will end with the soul here, is that there is a saying that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And it's in that care that we've been able to care for those that wouldn't be able to care for themselves, save Rhonda and the city's support. Thank you for your time.
New Life Church.
Mayor, Council, attorneys, all of those who are here, I just wanted to come, not necessarily just on behalf of our city manager, but I'm a stakeholder in this community. I'm with our citizens every single day, and I'm here on behalf of them. I believe this is a tipping point. I mean, I changed a flight to come here and speak in front of you. I care about each and every one of you. There are hundreds of people praying for you every single day. We appreciate what you do. We know there's a lot of nuances to it. But honestly, from an outsider looking in, let's stop putting personal ambition in front of our mission. Let's just get forward. If she's the best person, great. Let's move forward. If not, let's move forward. Whatever you're going to do, let's do it out of meritocracy. I'm a pastor. I put people before anything, position or anything else. And just from where I sit, Rhonda's not perfect, but she's good people. And I just want you to know that Jesus said, "You who have no sin, cast the first stone." So maybe we should start practicing that. And I've been here 20 years. I'm here to stay, not going anywhere. I love each and every one of you, but I love her too. And I hate what it seems like it's ripping our city apart. We're at a tipping point. Let's come together. Let's get some stuff done. Thank you.
John Persimmon.
Hello, thank you for having me. Thank Richard, Eric, Council. Thank you. I'm here just to support, what I worked with Rhonda. First time I met Rhonda was after I kind of left Palmdale, and there was a little bit of a chaos, but really appreciate her for reaching out and basically extending the olive branch, saying that, hey, I'm here to work with veterans. And I kind of spoke with her at that moment in the office and explained kind of what we do and really what we do, not just kind of what looks from the surface. That's really just working with those homeless veterans, a lot of them that some of the organizations cannot take care of for whatever reasons. They have a bad discharge, they're too angry, whatever it is. And, I do remember Rhonda tearing up because I think she really understood, and I think that has to do with, her husband's in the military. And so I said, hey, thank you for coming out. You'll, definitely be our go-to point. And I love you guys. Just like Pastor said, I really appreciate what you said. I've had my bumping heads. I know I'm a difficult person, but what you guys do at a different level, Laura, Richard, Eric, Austin, Miss Alicron, I haven't really worked with you too much, but Austin, you know that, Eric, you know that anytime I contact you guys, it's usually a dire emergency. That means we have a veteran that's on the street and nobody can take care of. And a lot of times, hey, just contact Rhonda, right? Contact Rhonda, and I gotta say, every time I've contacted Rhonda, it's been taken care of. Whether it was through Saves, there was a time where she offered to send her own fumigator to help out one of the veterans' places because there was it's just roaches everywhere and nobody could get anything done. So that's like the human relation. I understand that it's a difficult job, it's a high-profile job, and the whole city, everybody's looking at you guys. But I really support her, and hopefully you guys can make the right decision. Thank you.
Jacqueline Fontana.
Hi, everyone. Mayor Pro Tem and council members. I'm here to support Rhonda. I'm new in the community, but I've been doing a lot, and I know that she supports a lot mental health, and she has voiced it out. Like one time I was with someone, and she introduced me saying what I'm doing for the community. And she said that she started talking to her kids about mental health because of the work I've been doing in the community. So for me, that was really meaningful to have her opinion, to have her support. And I know all of you guys have supported my mission for mental health and suicide prevention. So please support her. She's very kind. She's never been that kind of person that just because the title, thinks that is above and beyond. I don't think so. She's really humble. And I'm here to please advocate for her. And thank you for everything you guys are doing. Appreciate it.
Chuck Murphy.
Mayor, council, I was taken kind of by surprise here. I didn't realize there was a gathering here for anything. I didn't realize. It only took a minute, though, to understand there was an issue once I walked in the door. And even without all the facts, I've been here in Palmdale working with you since the beginning of 2018. When I came in, I had met Rhonda. She wasn't Rhonda in her position at that time, but I heard that she was headed for it and wanted to work here. And I thought, what a wonderful thing. And even though not everything has been perfect for me in the relationship and the things that I may have wanted at different times, I really think that the things that she devoted her time to, with as many important issues that the city deals with. Every one of you are dealing with different things in your districts. There's stuff going on all the time. And I'm not sure who started the fire, but I would love to put it out. She's a wonderful woman. I know she is dedicated to what she's doing here. And I know everything kind of goes in a circle when it comes to money and where it goes and how it gets distributed. And I know that you do the best you can to make things right. The last time I stood in front of you all, it was to tell you that you're doing a great job. I saw the streets. I saw everything just getting cleaned up. And I said, you know what? I can wait because I can see what you're doing. It doesn't mean my kids or lack of kids right now don't need more attention. It means there's so many things in this city right now that need attention. Let's do the best we can to keep the good. Thank you.
Mayor and council, we have no more physical speaker cards.
Anyone else that wishes to speak? Come on up, sir.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Roxanne Faber, 20-year resident, 20-year employee. I stood before Council 3 years ago when you guys were ready to give Rhonda the position of city manager, and I stood up in support. That support has not wavered, not in the time that she has been at the helm. As Ms. Sarno said earlier, she came in a very tumultuous time, and she righted the ship. I have seen her, with your guidance and leadership and your things that you want done for the city and all the districts, I have seen her try to bring your visions to life. District 4, thank you, Councilmember Olson, things are being done. We have more inclusivity. We have people who want to come to work. We have people who want to help move your visions for the city of Palmdale forward. And I stand here wholeheartedly in support of Rhonda Perez continuing as city manager. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. One at a time.
Thank you. My name is Dave Owens. I am chairman of the board of the AV Cemetery District, which is a district which encompasses City of Palmdale, City of Lancaster, portions of LA County. And, and I was debating whether or not to come up and speak, but I really feel moved to do so because I know that you guys have a very tough job, and the city manager who you hire is that's one of the biggest decisions that you make. That is, up there. Can't think of too many more. And so I understand that, I believe with all my heart that you are going to review this with every single bit of fairness and integrity that you possibly have. And I trust that because I know some of you personally, and I know the type of people you are. I know that you're not petty people and deep down inside your heart, but you are truly good people. But I want to, I'm going to tell on Rhonda a little bit because I know of some of the good deeds that she has done that nobody will ever know about. And that where, my wife, when she was working for the congressman, we had somebody come in and was telling me that they were in a homeless situation. And I was like, asked my wife, and she said, why don't you ask Rhonda? Why don't you text Rhonda? And it was like maybe around 9 o'clock at night. I said, it's a little late. And she goes, no, just do it. She responded very quickly, Rhonda did, and then basically worked diligently until 1 o'clock in the morning to make sure that this person was taken care of. I know that does not necessarily reflect on the job that she does as city manager. I know but I think that as a human being, you would be hard put to find somebody who is of higher caliber. And so I think that if there are any issues, I have firmly convinced that they can be resolved because of just the kind of person she is and the type of people that I believe you are. And so I would just ask you to please, put on your wise hats and put on your, the responsibility because you guys have a tough job. You're leading a great city. But thank you for giving me the opportunity to share. Thank you.
Thank you. Pastor?
Hello, you guys. Everybody looks so good. Great. Good to see all you guys, Mr. Mayor and Laura and my sister right here and Olson and, of course, you, Bishop. You came to our church last year for the mayor's prayer breakfast, remember? But anyways, I'm just here to say, Rhonda, we voted her in, we got her in, everybody was against her, or a lot of people were against her. She got in. Now there's problems within. But I think with wise minds, just like a lot of these people have been sharing, wise minds, good counsel, we can work things out. And things should be worked out, not just got rid of another person, get rid of another person, because that's what we've done in the past. And I've seen that with JJ, we just got rid of him, and then, of course, something happened. And then, with the captain previous, Schaefer, and let's work it out. I tell people, we can work it out. We can work it out. Nobody is just discarded just because they blew up or they had a bad day or maybe a bad week. We don't just discard people, especially when they put their heart into it. At the beginning of the year, I got an email from Nardi, her assistant, and she asked me, hey, let's get together and let's get some pastors together because she heard of the stuff that took place during all the protests. And some of you were here, some of you might have not been here. I was at each one of those protests. And she didn't want the same thing to repeat just in case. So she wanted to meet with some pastors. Pastor Peter was there from New Life. I was there. And to just try to collaborate with different pastors so that this way, if there's ever anything within our community, that she can get a call and we can pray, we can come together and we can brainstorm how to resolve issues. As you remember, throughout the whole protest, we had our churches out there, and there was not one incident where we could say a store was burnt down, a car was burnt up. I mean, there was a lot of close calls, but none of that happened. So thank you guys for your wise minds. Thank you guys for your attention to this matter. God bless you.
Thank you, Pastor. Is there anyone else wishing to address the council on this item? Okay. So at this point, then, we will go to item 5, which is presentation by the city attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council and public. We have a properly agendized section 5.1, and at your convenience, we can recess to closed session.
Very good. I wish to thank everyone who's attended today and who's addressed the council on this important issue. But before we go, there are some public comments that I want to read into the record. I kind of ran ahead of myself. One of them is from Antelope Valley Fair Association, directed to members of the Palmdale City Council. On behalf of the AV Fair and Event Center, I would like to extend our sincere appreciation for the opportunity to work with your city manager, Ms. Rhonda Perez. Throughout our collaboration, Ms. Perez has consistently conducted herself with the utmost professionalism and integrity. She has been a steadfast representative of the city of Palmdale, always speaking highly of the council and advocating for her community's best interests. Her leadership has played a significant role in fostering a productive and positive relationship between our organization and the city of Palmdale. This goes on, continuing with some other comments that are positive in the support of the Antelope Valley Fair for Ms. Perez. We've received a letter from Jennifer Chung, which is from Pacific Communities, and I will read the beginning portion. Dear Honorable Mayor Bishop and members of the Palmdale City Council, I guess Wikipedia hasn't caught up yet, but they're lovely people over at Pacific Homes. Are doing a great job with the houses that they're building there. Very fantastic. I'm writing to express my appreciation for the outstanding leadership of the city manager, Rhonda Perez. Having known Ms. Perez for many years, from her time serving the city of Lancaster to her current role in Palmdale, I can personally attest to her dedication and professionalism. Ms. Perez is knowledgeable, capable, and approachable, and she goes on to extol the virtues of Ms. Perez. We have from Lisa Greer-Quaitman. Dear Clerk and honorable council members, I am pleased to submit this short statement in support of a favorable performance evaluation of City Manager Rhonda Perez. As a representative of a longtime Palmdale property owner, I have had the opportunity to interact with the city manager and members of the city team over the past several years. I have always felt that the city manager has maintained an open door policy and is committed to fostering a positive business environment for the Palmdale property owners and businesses and the community at large. Best regards, Lisa Quaitman. A letter from James Royal. Dear Palmdale City Council, I am taking this opportunity to write and express my admiration for and support of Rhonda Perez as Palmdale City Manager. Over the past 4 years, I've had the opportunity to engage with Ms. Perez professionally and socially and have high regard for her. She has managed my request for assistance and information with immediate action, clarity, patience, and transparency. I appreciated her frankness in conversations and valuable advice. I have worked with her on community projects pertaining to community events, the AV Chambers of Commerce, Leona Valley Town Council, and community grocery and toy giveaways. And he goes on from there. This one is from James Moran. Please have the following statement read and placed into the record regarding Rhonda Perez for her review this afternoon. All of these will be placed in the record regarding this item, but I thought it would be a good idea to read these out. Rhonda is an outstanding city manager for the city of Palmdale. Please allow me to share a statement specifically related to our working relationship bringing Billboard Relocation Agreement A-9015 to fruition. This was a very complex agreement, and I was able to observe Rhonda provide guidance and leadership to her team throughout the entire process. From our original conversations to determine the goals and objectives of the agreement, to bringing together the key stakeholders from her management team, to assisting the council in understanding why this project was mutually beneficial for Lamar Advertising and the city of Palmdale, she was a total professional. And he goes on from there in a similar vein. This one is from Atrus Minazian. He is over at Antelope Valley Transit Authority. Dear City Clerk, I'm writing to express my sincere appreciation for the outstanding leadership and professionalism of City Manager Rhonda Perez. Having known and worked with Rhonda for the past 5 years through the city of Lancaster, AV Edge, and the city of Palmdale, I have witnessed firsthand her dedication to public service, strategic vision, and commitment to fostering economic growth in the Antelope Valley. Her ability to collaborate across agencies, drive meaningful initiatives, and lead with integrity has made a significant impact on the region, and he goes on in a similar vein. From Dan Jacobs, I read the one from Antelope Valley Fair. From Dana Whitmer, Honorable Mayor and City Council members, I hope this finds you well. Covington Group would like to go on record to acknowledge the tremendous achievements we have made in working with the City of Palmdale team over the past 2 years, advancing our significant investment in projects in Palmdale. A particular note is the progress we have made on the Antelope Valley Commerce Center, AVCC, which is a very complex project that had numerous entitlement challenges that required a lot of ingenuity and hard work by the city staff to overcome. We're looking forward to building on the momentum we have seen to date as we expedite moving these important projects from entitlement to construction and eventual job creation. Dana Whitmer, Chief Development Officer, Covington Group, Inc. From Robert Deschaux, good afternoon, Mayor Loa. He caught up with it. Mayor Pro Tem Betancourt and Council Members Bishop, Olson, and Alarcon. My name is Robert Deschaux. I am the Public Affairs Manager for Southern California Gas Company of the Antelope Valley, and I submit this public comment for you regarding my working relationship with your city manager, Rhonda Perez. I got to know Rhonda in 2020 when COVID was changing our lives. I was the board chair of the new Antelope Valley Edge, and Rhonda was hired to be our first executive director. With pandemic shutdowns in full swing, Rhonda successfully led our fledgling organization through an unprecedented period of uncertainty and continued to lead AV Edge until being recruited away by the city of Palmdale. This was a loss for Edge, but a gain for the city of Palmdale and its residents. I believed and I was happy for Rhonda's continued professional growth. And it goes on from there. Tim McCormick, to the city leadership of Palmdale. I'm honored to provide testimony regarding my experience working with Rhonda Perez over the past 4 years. From the very beginning of our journey to bring together California to Palmdale, Rhonda has been an invaluable ambassador and supporter. She provided us with essential information and insight, helping us to fully understand the profound impact we could create for the children and families of Palmdale and the Antelope Valley. Through her consistent leadership and unwavering commitment, Rhonda guided us seamlessly through city processes, connecting us with key departments and influential community leaders. Her dedication truly laid the foundation for the homes and community center we are bringing to Palmdale. In every interaction, Ms. Perez has demonstrated herself to be a highly professional, competent, and committed leader, and the letter goes on from there in a similar vein. Those are all of the written comments. Madam Clerk, could we receive these into the record? And then with that, we will then retire to closed session. All right, we're going to call the meeting back to order, and at this point, I would request that Ms. Brennan, our acting city attorney for the moment, give your statement. We can't hear you.
Mayor Loa?
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Go ahead and make your statement.
Yes, I would report that there are no reportable items from the closed session.
All right, and we're going to, we have a regularly scheduled meeting on April the 1st. That's next week, on Tuesday. And it'll be the regular agenda, and then we'll determine if any further action is needed regarding tonight's item.
Yes.
All right, I think with that, unless there's anything else from the council, then the meeting's adjourned until Tuesday.